Huh?
I'm assuming that that last item I gained was just I kind of found that in the horde, or are you gonna give that to me later?
Remind me again?
The one you gave me for figuring out who that character was.
Yeah, we explain that here in a minute.
Okay.
Uh, Wait, no, yeah, no. I'm gonna keep the other thing hidden from everybody, but I do need to message you to design changes to the thing that I'm gonna be doing.
What? Can you be any more cryptic?
Yes, I could.
You know, you could
Gonna
just say
gonna
it.
do a thing,
Yeah, like, I...
but I'm gonna change that thing.
Because I gave you what you're talking about, so what the fuck are you thinking you can change? I'm very curious now. We will all sit here and wait for a second. I want to see what you think you're changing. I should warn, I am in a decent mood, but I've had a rough day, so I'm still not feeling fully 100% because I still feel a little sick from running.
It was just cosmetic stuff, but I wanted to keep it a surprise because so far only you and
No.
it says it can be cosmetically whatever I choose it to be.
I can almost guarantee there's nothing in D&D that has ever used the word cosmetically.
I will read it from the thing.
I'm gonna look what you're talking about. For those wondering, he's basically leveled up enough to get his summon.
Oh, he wants his summon to look different? Okay.
I'm gonna say, Cameron, this isn't really a fucking secret. That's the thing.
My summon can cosmetically look however I want it to be. Is how it's. How
It does not say cosmetically. Oh, it does. Holy shit, it does say cosmetic characteristics of the Drake. Oh, wow. You may summon the Drake that is bound to you and within 30 feet. Whenever you summon the Drake, you choose a damage type for the Draconic. Can determine any... So, no. The damage type you choose decides what the cosmetic characteristic of the Drake is. Hence, you choose Lightning. I believe that's a blue chromatic dragon.
Yeah, it is.
So, to answer your question, no. You cannot do what you're doing. I am sticking to rules as written, as this is a summon and not... So this is magically done, not a proper monster. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anybody else need to message me something they would like cosmetically different?
Oh, I do.
You know what? I was looking for an excuse to check my Snapchat anyways. Alright, Terias now has a purple dick.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
He gets a purple dick, but I don't get a red summon.
Because there was no rule that said, hey, your cosmetic decides what your dick can do. It's just a different color, just like the fact that he's red. Unless you're trying to imply racism here, Cameron, in which we can go down that discussion about the racism of goblins and goblin kind.
I think they're the most racist race in the game.
I would say you're...
They're the current main slavers.
That doesn't mean you're racist.
Excuse me?
I don't know how to feel about this.
Because in this world, they're different species. They're not the same species. So technically, no, it's not racism. Thank you. Would you like to fight me on this?
I'm so lost. What's going on?
No one knows.
You're calling goblins racist. How can you be racist when it's a different fucking species? It's like saying I like dogs over cats. That's not racism. Because we're not the same fucking species. Oh my god. Okay. I don't need this today.
Now that we got that squared away.
Troy, you got any alcohol left over?
I have no alcohol that I'm not drinking.
God damn it. Alright, well, I'm breaking out the 15 gallons. Okay.
I just want that.
No, fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking coolant. Alright, so, welcome everyone. You'll notice I don't have a camera on. That's because I look like utter shit right now because I have a slight fever and I'm very tired. And I just came back from a run in the fucking cold, which was a brilliant idea once I realized I had a fever. So, last time we left off, the party had managed to get out of the Scrofe lands out of the Void Wolves, one of their locations and hideaways. And after a mysterious fire and meeting my truly favorite character of this entire world, Professor H, but the party didn't really get to talk to him too much, they decided to teleport, carrying Terias's embryotic sac with them, and eventually even including poor Shogun, who got forcibly teleported as he was about to die. As the party teleported, they found themselves in the nest of one of the Yuan-Ti queens, running down into the depth of it to avoid detection and rather being eaten. The party hid away underneath, where, after meeting a changeling who had basically told them or offered them the opportunity to go through a very special door or continue on their way, the party decided to ignore this door and continue on. After fighting 2 dragons, someone throwing Terias at a dragon,
What the fuck?
joking.
Your egg form.
Yeah, egg form, not
That's fine.
you.
Still, fuck you guys.
In truth, he was tossed on the ground next to the health potions and left there while the rest of the party did the fighting.
To be fair, he broke
Oh, hell
the
yeah.
Yeah. Terias did destroy the ground.
Yeah,
so
he
there's
left
that.
a nice little divot there.
I'm a
After
dense boy.
After a continuous fight, the party managed to hold their own, slaying both dragons, and managing outright to clear the hoard of treasure. The hoard was divvied up off camera, and off camera, the only thing I will mention that did happen was that Shogun, looking around the cavern a bit more in detail while the rest of the party was gathering the gold and splitting it and getting the items evenly split, did a little searching around and found a strange outcropping of rock. Upon this discovery, he, playing with the rock, as you do in underground tunnels where there are dragons lying around, found an interesting and unique item that he immediately pocketed away.
Loot squirrel.
And that brings us to our second loot squirrel, Nick. As the party did this, ignoring Shogun's little misadventure, Nick, having leveled up to the proper level, he managed to look around and, rolling a decent on his investigation, found a strange black egg in one of the little outcroppings that was hidden from sight. This egg is about 2 feet tall, about 50 pounds or so, and it just seems to be a pitch black egg. It definitely has an ashier smell to it. It does cause people to cough when they breathe next to it. And we come back. I will mention this week, or for this session, Sigrun unfortunately did catch the COVID. So Sigrun will not be joining us. Troy/Sarah in this campaign, because I gotta remember which name was which, because you put them so close to each other, will be playing, or playing Sigrun in combat. Alright, we come back. What would you all like to do?
Is Nick having trouble carrying the egg? 'Cause I know his strength is
Very
low.
much.
Can I lift it with telekinesis?
How much can you lift with telekinesis?
Way more than 50. It's 1,000 pounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Now there's a gym day.
It is 1,000 pounds. Yeah, I'll lift that for him. We'll just float it near me.
Okay.
Good. Could you hold it there? I need to check something. Nick's gonna pull out a very grubby-looking small book that has a badly drawn on it bow,
Oh no.
and start flipping through the pages.
Okay. I know what you're doing. I'm gonna tell you it's not in that book.
No. He's not looking for anything dragon related. This is just roleplay for the fact of the class change.
And I just identified the egg instead.
Are you changing? Oh yeah, that's right. You are changing class. That's fine.
I did change class, yeah.
Shogun, yes, you can identify it. Let me make sure I have the correct description for you based on identify. Because you'd think by now I would have memorized that fucking spell with how many people who use it on my shit.
Staple among most wizards. It's kind of just normal to have.
Okay, so as you cast Identify, it does nothing, because it's not a magic item or a magic imbued object.
There's no magic in the egg. That's worrying.
Yep. And at the same time as you're floating the egg away, and Nick begins to flip through his book, while Sarah and Sigrun are kind of still looking through the loot, moving stuff about and splitting it up.
I keep close to the egg.
That's fine. Well, which egg?
The one that I have Shogun floating.
Okay. Terias. After your long, really amazing and deep nap, this is the best sleep you've gotten in years, to be honest.
Hell yeah. I feel so rested.
You still have all your equipment on you as you find yourself inside this strange, sack where you can breathe clearly, and you just see the endless space around you. But you can also, as you kind of move your arms and your body, you also feel something seems to be gripping you tightly. What would you like to do?
What does it feel like is gripping me tightly?
As you're kind of pushing out, you kind of feel like you're rubbing up against something, like you're inside of something. Something very fleshy.
Oh, hell yeah. Is there a clear exit?
No. All around you is just endless space.
I'm just gonna start tearing.
Okay.
Because that's what I feel like the instinct is right now.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Alright.
Shogun, stop rolling on arm strikes.
That was almost...
I did it once.
Okay. As you kind of start to push out and grab hold of whatever is touching your arms and shoulders, you start to pull and tear, and this very fleshy-like material seems to kind of start to slowly snap and tear in your hands. As almost as soon as you tear a small hole into it, the liquid starts spewing out, and the entire darkness of this endless space disappears as you find yourself in this red sack that seems to open up around you. And you come out with all your gear, but you feel much healthier.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the rest of the party just sees you.
My head out.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Welcome back.
Redrin.
Okay.
As he comes back, Nick is looking very scrutinizingly at a page and peels 2 pages apart and going, "Why, Dad?"
What?
Okay.
Oh.
And he reads through the page and then pricks his finger on an arrow and summons a blue drake.
Okay. A blue drake appears beside you. And Terias, the first thing you see as you pop out of this egg is Shogun floating an egg, and Nick standing next to a blue drake. You're in the middle of a dark tunnel. You can hear water, and it's very warm in here as you see 2 lava pits on the far side of the room.
And probably 2 dead bodies of dragons, one that's turned to mash.
Yeah.
Shogun waving at Arios, holding his fingers down.
What'd you say?
I'm just waving at Arios. Hello.
I wave at him too. You're up, finally.
And Sarah was busy looking through the loot yet, and didn't see that the Drake was summoned, so instantly she's like summons the sword and gets ready to look like she's going to attack with the lightning.
Friendly dragon it is.
Whoa, this is my summon. This is Zek.
I see Sarah do that, and I pull my axes.
You all are about to kill the things that I'm going to use to protect myself.
She'll stand down, but yeah, she was startled with it because we just fought dragons.
Random
I
blue
didn't know
drake
this was
appears.
possible. I hold up the book. My dad had a very bad habit of using too much glue when he made books. I think it was glue.
Don't make me make you roll for that. As you all start focusing on the Drake for a moment, you see as Shogun kind of walks over to Arias to you and kind of bends down and starts taking pieces of the sack that you were inside of and pocketing them.
Shogun, what the hell are you doing?
Research I must do.
I very, very firmly put my hand on Shogun's shoulder.
Hmm?
Don't.
Why not?
Leave it.
Hmm. A reason I need.
I hold up one of my still drawn battle axes.
I'll point in
Leave.
my
it.
real fancy one-shot kill weapon.
He has no idea what you're carrying at this point. As you look
I
at this
have no
staff
idea.
with a skulls on it, it's emanating magic.
So much necrotic magic.
Oh wait, he doesn't believe in magic.
I don't believe in
I
magic.
know, and I don't think he can really sense it. So,
So
Nope.
this is a matter of you're pointing just the decorative stick at a guy who believes he can one-shot you.
well,
Mm.
Well, if he says to leave it, he should leave it. Let's get on out of here.
We should probably find a safe place to try to rest. Unless we want to attempt it here.
I'm fucking just silent, maintaining eye contact until Shogun
Those
left.
rumblings a bit ago don't leave me wanting to stay here, because those were young dragons. There could be a mama coming. And I don't want that.
Drop it.
Shogun will look at Terios and just in very simple goblin. I either take this or you get me something better later. Because this could make really good stuff.
You're not touching this, and I don't owe you shit. Back in Goblin. Let fucking go right now.
Nick is gonna walk over to Sarah and start discussing where to go. The Drake stays right on his heels, sticking close.
I'm waiting. I'm seeing what Shogun and Terios are gonna do.
I know, but
I'm-
I'm trying to fill up
I'm-
the awkward typing silences.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not taking any PMs. Chaston, you send me something, I'm gonna read it aloud to everyone in the group.
No, Shogun's standing down.
Okay.
No. He's stepping away.
Okay. Did you put the shit down?
I don't have anything. The only thing in my hand's a staff.
Because you were grabbing shit.
Yeah.
You put it back?
I don't know.
Okay, Royce, did he put it back?
He didn't say he took anything, as Shogun does back off.
Okay.
Alright. As the party
I'm
resituates...
going to...
Yes?
Sorry. I'm just going to take the sack and throw it in the lava.
Okay. You watch, so all of you watch as Terios picks up this, what was a really heavy sack. It actually weighs about 65 pounds, with it's emptied now, as it's just now full on, some sort of skin-like material. And as you go to pick up the shell and, toss it in the lava, you see it hits the lava with a wet smack. Some of the lava kind of spews away from it, and it just sinks. It never lights a fire, but it does sink below the lava.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's enough for me.
is mildly horrifying. You were in that.
Don't worry about it.
I guess I'm not gonna worry about it for right now because we have bigger fish to fry. We killed 2
This is
dragons.
fucking Jedi mind trick. Yep, goes that. Sorry, go ahead.
We killed 2 dragons while you were in that thing taking a blood nap,
Oh,
I guess we'll call it. And
sure.
yeah, we don't want to make too much noise. There's Yuan-Ti tunnels above us. Sigrun carried you away from a Yuan-Ti queen. You might want to thank them for that.
Yeah. Many things.
Aside
Sigrun
from
nods.
that, we're trying to get out of here, and I toss him the Shrunken Zeppelin. You might be able to pilot that better than me. Once we get out of here, we can get off the ground.
Did we ever come to an agreement about the who gets the cargo?
Yep.
What was the
Yeah.
agreement?
I get
15%, 85% to him.
Okay.
end first picks and shit.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Remind me after session, and I will make sure that you guys get it divvied up.
Also, just story-wise, I found a couple things in the loot that they didn't grab.
Oh no, they set it aside for you. That
Or
was the
they
agreement.
set it
Yeah.
aside for...
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to best min-max the materials for everyone. All right.
Yeah. Technically, at this point, Sarah would still have that sword, but
Mhm.
she will eventually give it to you.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
So as you look, for the party and to catch up with the viewers, this rather large room with the two pits of lava where the dragons were sleeping, and then the side room of it where the gold pit was, and a large hole in the ground seems to kind of go about 15 feet down, you'd guess, roughly about that, into what looks to be leftover bone pit. It looks like this was where a lot of the bones got tossed. And you can hear running water, but almost whooshing, and you can feel a cold trickle of air coming up from this hole.
Looks like this might be the way out. 'Cause
Um,
the way back is probably not preferable.
yeah, no, we aren't going back there, not even if our lives depended on it at this point, because that would probably lead to instant death.
And with that, you suddenly do start to hear hissing coming from the tunnels above, and there's a lot
And
of
we are
movement.
leaving.
Yeah, Sarah just
I
nods
urge-
at Sigrun.
I
To
send
the-
the
to
Drake
the
down
hole.
first.
Okay.
They both jump down.
Okay.
I send the Drake down right after him, and then climb down after,
Okay.
making sure Shogun also comes down. Ride the egg if you have to.
Wait, we have
I give
we have another
a
egg.
nod to Shogun.
Okay.
I have
And
the black
tip
egg that
my
I
hat
have Shogun
and
carry.
jump down.
Okay.
Okay.
And as Shogun creates a little platform for himself to float down on, all fancily like. Shogun, remind me, how many... So is it up to 1,000 pounds for one item, or can it be used for the Ring of Telekinesis?
I have the egg set on the slabs. It's
Okay.
one item.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Okay, so yeah, as you go floating down with everything, next to everyone else who's landed on either their feet with a rougher landing, as you all land in what is a pretty impressive bone pit. This little hole probably goes a lot deeper than you can originally estimated, but thankfully it's so mashed up with pieces of things that the landing wasn't nearly as bad or as deep. Landing at the bottom, you see as a massive waterfall is flowing out or in front of the cave entrance, and you can see daylight. It looks like you're on a high cliff somewhere. What would you like to do?
Sarah will walk up to the cliff/waterfall and see if you can see a way down.
Okay. Give me a perception check with disadvantage. You are going to be soaking your head.
That's fine.
I'm gonna hold the slab of stone to block the water, so they're not soaking their head.
9.
Not. Uh, okay. In this case, so as you look down, you see the ocean. It's vast and it's far out. You're pretty high up, and you see no land around you other than some sharp rocks down at the very bottom of the waterfall.
So what are we looking at, Sarah?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. That's not how that works.
Jumps off.
I mean, if you want to, Terios, I'm not gonna stop you at this point. Just make sure you leave anything important behind. Because I don't think you're living past that.
Just grunts. Just.
Shogun's gonna offer up the platform to whoever wants to go scout. He'll float whoever wants out and look. Who's interested?
Okay. How big of a rock are you getting?
Depends on who's going, because I need to manage the weight so I can actually lift it with the person on it. If anyone. If not, I'll make a small platform and I'll go out myself.
I don't hear anybody commenting that they want to join you, so
No.
Shogun just floats away with the dragon egg, and
I stopped
past the
him.
waterfall.
Sorry, I had to talk. Mom came out to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
How much more weight can you take on that stone? Because I don't think you'll be able to fit all of us.
No.
Especially not Sigrun.
It might be best if...
One at a time I could lift, maybe two.
It'd be better if you took Terius out, set up the Zeppelin, and then started chauffeuring us back and forth.
Terrence doesn't even know the command word to activate the damn thing yet.
Nope.
Yeah, we haven't identified anything yet.
Yeah, he just knows it's a miniature Zeppelin. To be fair, I don't think Terias only knows what a Zeppelin is, and he's probably the only character in the group who knows what a Zeppelin is due to his background, having grown up in the
Terias-
Gnomelands.
I mean, it's not even background. This shit isn't even invented. Like he sees it and he's like, these were plans that I theoretically had for the future, but haven't worked out yet.
There you go.
A tabaxi is ahead of you.
How far down?
Literally,
Is the ocean?
one person in the entire world is ahead of me. I'm pretty sure I'm fine.
The fall, is that what you were asking, Sarah?
Yeah. Yep.
You can guesstimate about 100 feet. You're
How hard of
pretty
a
high
climb
up.
does it look like?
Near impossible for anybody probably other than someone with a 20 in strength. And expertise in, what's it called? Athletics or acrobatics. Because you're going to be climbing down very wet rock. Very smooth wet rock.
The Featherfall spell Shogun has. Slowly lower everyone I can. Not
That would work.
That would work. That'd get us to the water without any issue.
Okay.
Ready, set, jump.
One sec.
Yep.
So, I would need to see all of you, so you'd have to jump before Shogun. Because I have to have eyesight on all of you.
I grab onto my Drake, and I'm like, stick close.
Oh, no, it's just as long as you're within range. Yeah, we just have to jump at the same time. That works.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah and Sigrun will get ready to jump when everybody else does.
All right.
Nick's ready to lead the
Okay.
charge off a cliff like a madman. For the second time.
I'm fucking Sarah and Sigrun.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for all leaping.
Okay, as you all begin one after another jumping off.
Running leap.
Everyone. Oh, wait, you're casting feather following, Shogun,
Yes.
on
yeah,
each
that's-
person.
So I can get everyone in one cast.
Okay. How many people can you cast that on?
5 total.
It's 5 per cast, so I can get all the people. I can't get the Drake.
I mean, the Drake's.
This is why I'm gripping onto the
technically,
Drake.
I can featherfall the Drake and let him ride the Drake down. So I mean,
This works better.
yeah, that
That's
works.
Fine. Okay. Alright, so as the party begins to gently float to the ground, down to the water. Who went first?
Nick would have ran off first.
Our
Sarah
great,
and Sigrun probably would have followed.
fantastic leader. Nick, give me a perception check.
Alright. Perception. 17.
You see about 4 fins now sticking out of the water. They're, for some reason, very covered in strange-looking, almost yellow bumps.
Boil sharks.
Close. I guarantee one player remembers this from their first session.
It's the lepers.
Sarah, you remember your first introduction to my world? Welcome back.
Yep.
You recognize the pimple sharks, or also known as leper sharks. They're sharks that cause extreme disease when they bite someone and pierce their skin.
Yeah, the player knows what it is.
Nick, since you rolled good enough on your perception, I'm going to give you a split second to do a nature or a history check.
Well, they're both the same, so here we go.
Which one are you rolling?
For nature, because Ed probably had these in the beast area, so I must have seen them. I might have seen them at one point. Put them in there.
Yeah. So you recognize this, the fins of these things. These are one of two creatures. There are both the diseased leper toothless sharks that are well known to swim around the Goliath lands, or in the continent of Rufio, or these are the leper sharks of the Tiefling lands, which in that case, one bite is said to kill a fully grown human male of average size and weight. From the diseases alone, and cause a chance at leprosy when bitten.
Okay. How long do we have? How long are we falling for?
What's the Featherfall spell specific, Shogun? I believe it says how long, or what the slowdown is.
I believe it's 10 feet a second. Like 60 feet around.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, 60 feet front, so yeah, 10 feet a second.
Okay, so yeah, you've got about, I'm gonna say 10 seconds before you'll probably hit the water.
And there's no way to discern the two apart.
Not
but
from
I
their
could
top
scare
fins.
The only way to do that would be getting closer, but there is one other thing I can do. Oh, I'm gonna hate to do this, but I'm gonna look at Sarah and be like, can you electrocute the water from here? If so, do it.
Yeah.
Scare the sharks away.
Where?
I point down at the fins.
Okay. Because Sarah's passive perception is 11.
Yeah, Sarah does not see this at this point. Sarah, as you look, Nick is just pointing down straight to where you're falling.
I will attempt. Let's see. I mean, 90 feet, so I can attempt a thing. I don't know what I'm hitting, so disadvantage.
Yep. It's the ocean, though. It's not going to be very difficult to hit.
Oh.
Thank God.
Not.
You hit the ocean, the very big, vast thing of water.
It's okay. Minimum damage, so that's good.
As the water kind of starts to electrify for a moment, you see the fins kind of disappear underneath, and then they seem to all go off in different directions as they resurface.
When we land, be ready to stab something before it can bite you. Leper sharks.
As you all watch as Shogun continues to mold earth platforms for himself as he just walks down the cliff.
I look over to him with a look of minor
He's above you.
betrayal. I look up at him with a look of minor betrayal. But
Sharks I
acceptance.
do not like. You're right.
As you all fall to the water after a few seconds, yes.
In the round that it takes to get there, I'm gonna activate my axes. Just get lightning going on them.
Okay. Alright.
The damage.
As that also happens, the Drake is gonna charge up underneath me, glowing slightly with electricity.
Okay. As you go and all kind of start to float down, here, one sec, let me just fix something. Oh, hey, my camera back on. That works. Not nearly as pretty looking now. But, anyways, as I was saying, as you all kind of start to float down, activating your abilities, you land in the water comfortably at a soft kind of touchdown, and as you look further into the water, you see, bones down below under the water, for those who have dark vision that can see. But nothing is in the area at this point. It looks like you managed to shock most of the wildlife in the area with that spell. You are all now floating in the ocean. You can see a small little beach about a 30-minute swim from where you are currently, off to your right. Heading further to the left, you will continue to follow the cliff sides.
They're in secret.
The
Head
beach?
towards the beach.
Okay.
Yep.
I will
I'm
mention,
heading with them.
Sigrun sinks immediately down to the bottom of the water.
this. I have a spell for this. It's an item spell, actually, on my little book that you gave me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give Sigrun water breathing.
Okay. As you, as
Actually,
you, what?
Everyone has water breathing.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
All right. As you continue casting,
because I have plate armor on.
water breathing, Terias is strong enough
Actually,
to
I do
swim. Sarah, what's your strength?
It's a +2 for 14 is the score, and I have plate on also.
Give me an athletics roll with advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, because I know Terias is strong enough. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, you're fine. As you it's not comfortable by any means to swim. Like, everything's chafing. So you do notice, actually, Sarah, since you're about the only person who'd probably pay attention to this, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, not bad.
Okay. I'm gonna PM you something real quick.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah notices nothing. She finds a lot of stuff if she's just digging through things. But she notices not much.
As you lot start to swim, see, I think you already know the whole thing, Sarah, but in character now, your character's starting to learn things.
Okay.
So as you all kind of swim over, minus Shogun, who continues just to walk a path that as he moulders over. You all eventually get there, exhausted, tired. The beach is white sand, with little hints of pink here and there, and you watch as Sigrun comes walking out of the water, completely fine, but lots of water kind of pours off. And out of, as Sigrun kind of walks onto land. But yeah, you all make it to land. Shogun's the only one who's not wet. However, that changes very quickly as Sigrun shakes her fur off and water goes spraying everywhere.
Probably deserved that. Alright.
Sarah will start spam casting the cantrip gust to dry herself, and
I'll be
Sigrun
doing the same
and
thing with thaumaturgy, making slight breezes.
Okay. Okay, so you both immediately kick up a ton of sand into your own faces as you do this.
Yeah.
And as well as the rest of the party gets covered in sand after a few minutes.
Damn.
We blend in now.
There is sand in all of the wrong places.
So I
didn't
walked back into the
quite-
ocean to get it all out.
Yeah, that didn't quite work how I thought it would, but it was a good idea in theory.
You're dry! You know, you're dry.
Yeah.
You just got sand all the wrong places. You're
As I
gonna...
come back out of the ocean, I'll just be like, you know what? I'll air dry.
Well, that's what we did.
Alright.
Poorly.
Just tip some water out of the brim of my hat, just staring at him.
Little fish
I pull
plops
out
out.
my map out of my bag and make sure it's not damaged, because it is magical.
It's a magic item. It is not damaged.
And see where
Also,
the fuck we are, to be exact.
Thank you for reminding me. Shogun!
Hi, how you doing?
You've got a bunch of shit on you. And you just got sprinkled with water all over you.
I don't have much that'll be ruined by a little water. I'm gonna be honest.
Let's see. Let's take a look.
I have a couple things, not a lot. I guess the paper might be screwed.
Yeah, your case is now that for your scholar map is now filled with sand. Your clothing is now wet. Your gunpowder isn't wet, thankfully. Let's see, what else you got in here? I'm just gonna read this out to the party because I think it's entertaining. Your silk rope, which I have so many questions on why, is now soaked.
Kinky.
Your soap is now nice and lubed up, and your whetstone is now wet.
Hell yeah.
Can I use that later? Can I borrow that whetstone later to sharpen my?
You don't mind having that. Why you?
But the rest of your stuff is fine. Sugar. You're the weirdest shit, Nate.
I'm ready.
I'm
a
carrying a
fucking wizard
25-pound
for
hunting trap
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yes, you are, and you are kind of weighed down by that this whole time. Speaking of which, now that you all have a place to set up camp, as you're sitting on this beach, Terias, I'm gonna say because of your experience in chemistry already, you're gonna pretty much immediately recognize that this beach not only will have a hotter heat coming off of it due to it being a white beach. But the bits of pink are probably some sort of iron ore that are broken down into speckles of sand. I will also say for the rest of you, as you look around, you find yourself... This beach is pretty large. It continues along the coast for quite a while. And as you look in front of you, however, and I'm just going to pull up my map, because I have this actually on my terrain map. Geography map. There we go. As you all look around, you find yourselves basically standing in what you now notice is this beach has a rather large desert. You can see far off into the distance for anybody with a passive of over 15 that there is trees off in the distance, but that's about it.
Mine is 15, so do I
Yes,
see it?
yeah. You'd guess it's probably around a 2-hour walk to get to where these trees are, and you can see it definitely gets greener farther out, but right now you are standing in what is a small desert.
I'm gonna share the information and be like, do we want to walk to the trees through this white sand desert during the daytime?
Unless we want to camp here and rest.
Well, all of us but Terius just got over fighting a dragon. Or two. I think we could use the rest.
I would suggest we find cover before rest. We are
Shogun,
exposed.
can you mold
enough.
mold some earth tents out of the cliffside for us? Or dig us some small caves there?
Yeah, Shogun can do that. Sure, why not?
Okay. Shogun, as you walk over to the large cliffside beside the beach, how far up and how deep are you making these caves?
Not super deep, because I'm just gonna make separate ones for each person, and
Okay.
tall enough for each person. So depending on the height of the person. So smaller for me and Terios, bigger for like Sigrun.
That's interesting. You assume Terios is short.
Is he not anymore? Because he was.
I mean, he seems to be the same height, but I just think it's funny you assume that. That he's tiny. Now who's the racist?
I
But
told you!
no, Cameron, I think you're just being a racist. But for the rest of the party, Shogun, as you
Compliments, man.
go to kind of put these holes into the cave, now, and you said you're just putting it. How? Give me a measurement of how deep.
Like 12, 15 feet.
Okay. Okay. As you make one, each of them off the ground to keep from sand getting in. These, it takes them about roughly an hour to do all this. I mean, mold earth takes a little bit of time, and it does take a lot. It only moves so much earth at a time. As eventually you kind of create each of these caves. As you look around, they seem to be well roomy. No holes in them, thankfully. You don't luckily manage to dig into any tunnels. All right.
Go into my room.
Okay.
Sarah will sit down in hers and pull a sword out of a bag, its mask, and this little bauble type thing, or what boba. That's basically the bead of nourishment.
All right, that works.
And just start ritual casting Identify, which will take about a half an hour to do all three.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over to Sarah. Bring the items that I started out with before the trade,
Okay.
because I think that's where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of sit there with her, maybe build a fire, keep watch and shit, and just ask her to identify those two.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll
Nick
she'll
is
add
gonna
it to the
also
list.
walk over there and set down the horn of this horn that has a lion's head and the staff of gluttony, and be like, "Could you also get these?"
Well, you guys are forcing Sarah to do everything. You're identifying
I'm just asking. If she says no, then it's fine. I'm not gonna feel like you have to.
Yeah, I'll be right
I can get, yeah, I can get to him as I'm able. I
That's
think, Shogun might be able to also identify.
Oh, well then, you seem to have a full plate. I'll go ask him. Shogun! Walks into his cave.
Eh?
Can you identify these? Lionhorn and the other staff besides the one I gave you.
Shogun will just hold his hand out for each item.
I hand them to you.
Okay.
He'll do so.
Before you start doing so, I want everyone to give me a perception check. I will roll Sigrun's.
Literally.
How's it 24?
my best stat. 11.
I see everything.
Wow.
Perceptive bunch.
Yep.
Okay. I'm scrolling up to make sure I can see it. Okay. Where did Nyx go? I just thought I saw it. Maybe I didn't. It didn't load for me. There, let me refresh. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sarah, Nick, Shogun, you all pass and start to feel a slight, a tiny tremor in the cliffside.
Sarah will finish. Oh, there, you said this is before we start.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So she's kind of like setting the stuff down, getting ready to start doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Then pauses and like. Anybody else feel that?
Yeah, I did. I don't like it.
Can I roll Arcana, see if anything's coming towards us? That's magical.
Sure. Roll Arcana.
Sarah will also.
25.
Okay, and Sarah?
22.
Whatever's causing the tremors is not magical, or at least there's nothing magical coming towards you.
I look at her. I look at them all and simply say, "My best guess is you want here still tunneling around, so we need to try not to dig anymore, or make it too many more tremors, because they may already be digging towards us."
A small snake kind of slithers its way out of Nick's cave.
What type of snake?
You know what? Give me a minute. I have a dice for this. I don't have a table for this, surprisingly, but, you know. A green constrictor snake.
He points to it and goes, "My point made," and then he sketches it down into the bestiary.
Congratulations, you've identified a CR0 green constrictor. You now have
Every animal
advantage
must be in the bestiary.
on all small green constrictors checks. Congratulations.
Nice.
Make sure to note that, because if you don't and it comes up, it is not my fault to remind you.
I'm putting it right now in the notes.
Just like fold with
Because I also have advantage on dragon sheep.
Yeah,
I remember
yes,
this.
you do. All right. So, do you all still sit down and start identifying stuff?
With that tremor, Sarah will wait about 5 minutes and then start
Sure. Okay.
to see if there's any more tremors.
The tremors don't stop the entire time.
Oh, they don't stop.
Nope.
Do we want to stay here?
Let's either stay here or walk across this hot-ass desert for 2 hours. If we get into a fight, I can only do so much. That's why I summoned Zek here. I pat the Drake's head.
The Drake, like the true sun deer it is, ignores you.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot left myself. I don't have much normally, but...
So, if we can at least get the Shogun focus on the staff for now real quick, do it 10 minutes, focus on one item for each person that might be useful, and then we can move on.
Yep.
Sarah will do the mask. Identify that, so she will learn what that is, which obviously I have.
Nick will
already.
keep watch on the cliffside, looking up at it, making sure nothing's popping out to murder.
Okay.
Shogun will identify.
As
So Sarah, we're gonna start with you. Go ahead.
okay, yeah. So Sarah identifies this black mask that looks sort of like a dragon.
Yep. And you
You
learn exactly
and-
what it is.
Yep, and when the spell completes, because it takes 10 minutes to do,
Mhm.
you kind of, if anybody's watching Sarah at the time, her eyes kind of get a little bit big, kind of like holy crap type face.
Mhm.
And you actually see her put it on,
Okay.
Love it.
and she will immediately attempt to start attuning to it, which will take a little bit, but
Okay. All right, and then Shogun, what item are you identifying?
First the Staff of Gluttony for him, and then the Staff of the Lich for myself.
Okay. You won't get both of them, so choose one.
I'll start with
Go for yourself.
So which one are you starting on?
Staff of the Lich, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. It does take you the 10 minutes. And everyone again, give me another perception check.
Oh, okay. If I'm lower, do I go with my passive of 15?
No, you're fine.
I rolled for Sigrun unless you did already.
That's
She got
fine.
4.
Seems about right.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. So Terias, the tremors are getting bigger. You're the only one who's noticed. They seem to be bigger and closer.
I'm going to, as Sarah's like kind of concentrating, bearing down on this fucking mask. I'm just gonna like frantically like tap her on the leg and be like, "Hey, we need to head out now,
Yep, it's...
right now."
Okay, if he's saying that,
Good
then
delay.
we all must not notice something.
And Teria
Yeah.
starts like shoving them out of the cave, yelling, "Let's go!" And starting to jog.
Nick helps
Yeah.
Shogun out and make sure the egg is still with us.
Okay.
Sarah and Sigrun will follow
Okay.
at a medium pace.
All right.
Nick has has Zek the Drake carry the egg for right now.
Okay. And Shogun?
I am floating behind on a platform,
Okay.
following.
As you all start to kind of get a good jog, and then slowly as you see Terias starts to sprint, where you were laying in those caves suddenly erupts as the rocks go flying everywhere. About a 40-foot hole opens up in the wall as a giant Yuan-Ti comes tunneling out towards you.
This motherfucker.
And you
it is
see
time to run.
one little thing. There is a Z carved on his forehead, because I didn't fucking forget that.
Nick sees this, looks at the
None of
Drake.
you know. None of you know what that means.
No, none of us know. I just see a giant ass snake, and it's like, I look at the Drake, I order it to start going as fast as it can. It can carry the egg no problem because of its stats. So
That's fine. What's everyone's movement speed by chance? Just so I know.
the Drake's is 40 feet, mine is 30.
Okay. Terias?
35.
35, okay. 30. Alright. Shogun?
How fast can telekinesis make the slab go? It doesn't say.
Um,
I believe it's 30 feet turn.
Let me look at something.
Around
Yeah, it's time to look up telekinesis.
I'm gonna base it off the spell, most likely.
Well, that's what the.
So yeah, it can move up to 30 feet in any direction. So yeah, I agree with Wolf. It's a 30-foot speed.
Okay.
Okay. You can all roll me initiative. Oh shit! I love this thing. 14 for Shogun.
I'm going dead last. I'm gonna die.
23 for Sarah.
Oh, 16. Not bad.
16 for
only
Sigrun.
a +1.
Okay, and Nick, what was yours? 5. Nick, Cameron, what is with your characters being so fucking slow every time there's a big bad monster?
I don't know, but sometimes I usually get away.
Yeah, tell it to Tillcat. Good news, Sarah, you're up. You're up first. What would you like to do?
Okay.
You're currently about
Um,
40 feet from this creature.
I can do one thing to make this better.
So, what would you like
Sarah
to do?
just yells out that I assume we're trying to retreat, and
We don't have a
just
chance of
gotta
killing that.
go to the right my character sheet.
Mhm.
Casts or does the lightning attack because that's a 90-foot length.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That hits.
4 9 damage, and then goes their full 35 feet
Okay.
movement.
Okay. Your luck. Okay. Up next is there anything else you would like to do, Sarah?
No.
Okay. Up next, this creature is going to move its distance, which is 60 feet. So, and it is going after Shogun first. Good news, Shogun. You looking like Zilpip is finally coming in great handy for the party. And it's immediately going to try and bite Shogun. Let me get the...
I'm blue. Do I really look Zilpip?
No,
You're short like
you're
that.
floating.
That's literally all it is. You're small and you're floating.
Does an 18 hit, Shogun?
No.
No?
It's not.
All right. As
The armor.
this thing lunges at you, you manage to just barely move out of its 20-foot jaw. As 2 large fangs come out and try to trap you into its mouth. You can feel the heat of its breath as this creature withdraws back. That's all it can do. Terias, you're up. What would you like to do?
So this thing's... We're obviously not outrunning it.
Not unless you've got haste.
I can give myself
we
essentially
did
haste
last
for a
time.
while.
Yep.
But we're not
Nick-
getting...
We're not
Away
gonna get
with
away
that.
that easy.
Fuck, dude.
That moment you wish you had banishment.
Yeah, man. That moment I wish I had fucking banishment.
That moment I wish I could summon a death slog right now, but I'm not attuned to the damn staff.
Alright. Yeah. I'm... Especially because of the fucking deal that I just made.
Mm-hmm.
Being the monster that is, I feel like I'm starting to become a little like that, so I'm just gonna fucking attack.
Okay.
Fuck the odds, right?
Sure.
Um,
That's never ended poorly.
well, I mean, looking around, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking beach.
Open, yeah,
For-
beach and desert for a
It's
while.
open beach and desert for a while. There's the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And we still technically have water breathing because that's an 8-hour spell.
It's a 24-hour spell. I'll have you know.
24-hour spell. So,
We can go dive in the water.
I'm gonna
so
go.
great news. We all could go diving.
Because we're running down the beach. I'm going to go to like the ocean
Mhm.
side of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like fully stop sprinting away as I realize we're not getting away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Run around to like the ocean side. Lay into it a couple times, see if it does fucking anything.
Okay.
So first things first, I'm going to activate my Crimson Right
Okay.
on the tentacle. Cool. And now I'm going to do the tentacles 3 attacks, and then I'm going to do my offhand attack with my battle axe.
Okay.
So, Uno, that's a natural 1.
Roll to confirm.
Didn't confirm.
Thank you.
27 to hit
27 hits.
and 26 to hit.
26 hits. Holy shit.
So, boom, boom. That's 5 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
11 points of bludgeoning,
Okay.
and 7 points of bludgeoning, plus it needs to make a save that it's going to succeed.
Is the save lower than 10?
Constitution- What?
Is the save lower than 10?
No.
Okay.
It's a DC 15 con save.
Okay, con save? Alright.
For both attacks.
Okay. Well, that's a nat 20, so that's 30.
Got you.
And that's a 15 exact, so that's a failure, I assume, because it's 15 DC, so yes.
Wait, meets it.
For monsters, when they meet, it's still a fail.
I fully forgot that's the
Yep.
case in the game.
I do that to make it a little easier on players when I throw hard monsters at them.
So its speed is halved. It
Okay,
has
so 30 feet.
advantage on deck saves,
Okay.
and it can't use reactions for a full minute.
It doesn't have any reactions, so we're good.
Doesn't get up.
Like, that
Yeah.
includes up to
Yes,
the attack.
yes, I understand. Okay.
Moreover, on its turns, it can either take an action, a bonus action, but not both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it repeats the save at the end of each of its turns.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh yeah, then I get my offhand attack with my battle axe.
All right, roll to hit.
That's just a 17.
That misses. Amazingly, you managed to bounce off of the creature, as its scales are tough.
Cool. How much movement do I have left?
Assuming you just move to the side of it, you'd still have it with 30 feet movement, about 10 feet.
Okay. I'm going to back 10 feet up.
Okay.
Seeing it like slow down and get a little more sluggish, I'm gonna back 10 feet up towards the ocean.
Okay. All right. Then next up is Sigrun.
Yay. Sigrun thinks for a second and looks like they are concentrating. And then out of their axe casts Conjure Elemental. And it looks like
Okay.
they get to pick, so I will pick Invisible Stalker,
Okay.
which is a CR6.
Hell yeah.
Which basically it is like permanent invisible. It's an air elemental, so you might see like slight swirling of sand
Okay.
that comes out right by this Yuan-Ti.
Okay. So everyone's covered in sand minus Terias again. Got it.
Yeah, because it doesn't say that it swirls, but it is an air elemental.
Yeah.
But it is invisible, so it probably wouldn't be swirling a lot.
Okay.
And I don't know how you want to run it by the description. It's supposed to have its own initiative. Or do you
I'm gonna
just
say
want
run
to
it
go
on
like that?
Sigrun's turn.
Okay. Then bonus action, Sigrun will rage
Okay.
Hell yeah.
and run up and attack.
Okay. All right.
And let's see.
Roll to hit. See if you can smack the. Oh shit. Well,
17.
17 does not hit as the axe bounces off the creature.
Okay. And yeah, only one attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that is their turn, but they are raging and
Mhm.
up close with this air elemental.
Mhm.
Air elemental will do 2 slam attacks
Okay.
as part of their multi attack. And being invisible, they should have advantage,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm.
Because it can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't apparently roll advantage. 1 second.
Not a problem.
1d20 Oops.
Everybody's like, doesn't seem to recognize that when it's capped.
Apparently.
Different commands. Neither
Lower
hit.
Anyway, so,
Yep.
okay.
Nope.
Second attack. I will just roll it. 1d20 plus 6, and I think advantage.
Okay.
Nope,
Nope.
misses,
Yep.
misses also.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else Sigrun would like to do?
No.
Okay. All right. Shogun, you are up.
Okay. Since it doesn't have an attack opportunity, I'm gonna float 30 feet away.
Okay.
I'd rather not be near this thing as a wizard.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Then there's no point to cast that, really. I don't have a lot that's gonna hurt this thing, so I should probably just
Slow
know
it
what?
down more.
I can try. It's a con save, but I can try. Make a con save for me, DM, please.
All right. What is the spell you're using?
Magnify gravity.
Okay. 20.
That succeeds.
Okay.
And I believe it does half damage. Oh yeah, it's trying to say creature takes half damage. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that will be
6 points of damage. Yep. Okay. All right. Is there anything else, Shogun, you'd like to do?
no, because I don't want to leave my platform.
Okay. Nick, you are up. Remember, the Drake acts on the same turn as you do.
I know, and it's going to be giving me the help. Actually, no. It's going to be getting over to Shogun and
Okay.
dropping the egg off on his platform.
He is floating in the air. Your Drake would not be able to reach
I had
it.
the egg the whole time. I thought I was
No,
taking it.
you did not. He took
No.
it back and put it on the Drake.
Just set it on the floor. I'll grab it later.
Yeah, the egg will be sitting by Shogun then.
Okay.
And I'm guessing he's probably around 20 feet away from me.
He's 30 feet away from you because that
Okay.
was Shogun moved away.
The Drake will then move back towards it 10 feet.
Okay.
That's
so it's
all
still
of its
20
movement
feet away
anyway.
from you.
Mm-hmm. And my bonus action is going to be spent on... I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself. I get advantage on my next attack,
Okay.
taking a -10 to hit with my bow
Okay.
with advantage, so 19.
Is that sharpshooter?
Yep,
Minus
So-
5 to hit.
-5 to hit, sorry.
It would be
Crap.
plus 10 damage if you still
Plus
hit.
10 damage, yep. So neither one of those hit because it's a 14 and a 13.
Yep. Neither hit as both or as the arrow just bounces off.
And that was my last spell, so I won't be doing that until I have more advantage.
Okay. Anything else?
It lasts for a minute, so...
So.
Oh, no, I haven't moved, so I can still fire one more time.
Yep.
I'm not going to be using Sharpshooter this time, though.
Okay.
25 to hit,
25 hits.
and that'll just be 10 damage.
Okay. As you see, the arrow kind of lodges itself in the giant Yuan-Ti's eye or head, and just gets stuck for a second. Yuan-Ti looks irritated now. If a giant snake could look irritated. Okay, top of the initiative. Sarah, you're up.
Hey, she will cast. Where did it go? Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
I need a dex save
A
from the
disadvantage.
Yuan-Ti.
Disadvantage, yeah.
Oh shit.
Not very dexterous.
11?
huh? This huge fucking
That-
monster.
Does not succeed, so it takes basically from Sarah, from her gauntlet shoots out this green bubbling brew basically
Okay.
that does acid damage.
Okay.
It is going to do a whole 2 points of acid damage, but
Yeah.
it is a concentration, so each of its following turns it's going to take another d4, 2d4.
Okay. All right.
And then Sarah will back up 35 more feet, so they should be roughly 70-ish away, 60, 70 somewhere away
Yep.
now.
About 70 feet away. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sarah?
No.
Okay. All right. The giant Yuan-Ti prince. Terias, give me a D10 roll.
Okay. Why are you refreshing page? There we go. D8.
It's because you put the dragon dice down. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. All right. As the Yuan-Ti cannot do anything but one action at this point, it is going to try and bite Sigrun outright. So that was okay. Roll that. That is a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, so that would be 4d6 worth of damage. That is a total of, if I could see it, 13 points of damage. That is piercing, and then 2d8 of poison. Oh, well, actually, it doesn't
She's
matter
immune.
because she's immune to
Yeah.
poison, so I don't need to roll that.
Yep.
And then it needs to make a con save. Was that correct, Terios?
Yeah, at the end of its turn.
Okay.
Con save. DC 15.
Wow! All right,
Did it
that's,
just
that's
fail
a
again?
12. Yep, it failed again with a plus 10. This is my monster, people. Well,
This is just Mark.
Terias, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna lay into it again.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna get the 10 feet closer.
Mm-hmm.
So I can try and hit it with my battle axe, even though the tentacles have reach.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it with the tentacles first. That's a fucking natural one. Doesn't confirm.
Thankfully.
That's a 25
That hits.
to hit. And another, what the fuck? Natural one.
Oh, no.
That doesn't confirm.
Oh, you lucked
Jesus.
out. You hit once. You flirt with death today, Terios.
I guess so. I mean, that's just Terias in general. So
It-
3 lightning damage plus 7 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then my offhand battle axe. Nah, 15.
Does not hit.
And I'll back 20 feet back up
Okay, as you back up. All right, no issue.
with the ocean.
Okay.
Get my feet a little wet.
All right. Sand is in all the wrong places, as always. Sigrun, you're up.
Okay, they will just, let's see, I think they have Reckless. Yeah. Do I want to use reckless?
Yes. Always. Please.
I mean, it gives them advantage, but he can only do
Yeah.
one thing at a time right now.
Yeah, they will reckless attack. Where did this go? Boom.
18
18.
just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Oh,
14.
sorry, rolled. Okay. 14 points of damage. Alright, Jesus Christ. Okay.
And wait, let me just double check, make sure. Well, actually, there's a +2, so that would be 16 for raging.
Okay.
Make sure they don't have anything else. Been a while since I played it.
No worries.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
I'm at step way to go start a car.
Okay.
While you're raging. Oh, on the first hit, 1d6 plus 2, so they will also do 7 additional points, which is
Yep.
radiant, I believe they do.
Okay. Alright.
And that is their turn.
Alright, and then their elemental.
Oh, yes. Almost forgot about that.
You can forget about it. I don't mind. I mean,
No. Slam. 21 to hit.
21
for
hits.
9 points.
9
of bludgeoning.
points. Okay.
And second attack. 23 to hit for 6.
Okay. Hey, every bit of damage counts as this thing just continues to get walloped on. Okay. Anything else from the air elemental?
Nope. It's just their
Womp.
2 attacks. They're just gonna be up there attacking.
All right, Shogun, come on down. Time for you to die next.
Speed it up.
I'm gonna get 10 more feet away, because with it being half, it won't be able to reach me if I do that.
Okay, you are now 40 feet from the creature.
Yeah. And then, since I'm not confident I can hit the thing, because my hits aren't super high, and the only spell that will hit is gonna hit all of you. I'd rather not. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
And you said it was useless.
I never said Magic Missile. I said Jim's Magic Missile was not worth it.
Oh, Jim's Magic Missile level.
All right, 5 points, and you're casting this at what level?
It's first level for 3, right? Because that's what it starts with. Yeah,
Mhm.
first
Yep.
level. I got max damage 3 times in a row. That's 15 damage.
Okay. Yuan Ti does start to cough up a strange green blood. Sigrun, please give me a con save with advantage.
Is it poison?
No.
Okay.
Acid, probably.
That is correct.
11.
That is a success, so no damage taken. Okay. Shogun, other than your magic missile, what else would you like to do? You have moved, just as a reminder.
Yeah, I am gonna land the platform,
Okay.
and then that's all.
All right. Nick, you are up.
All right. My Drake is going to move up his 40 feet again.
Okay.
To be right at there to distract the Yuan Ti.
Mm-hmm.
In doing so, giving me the help action because now it's going to be where I want it to be for
Okay.
me to take shots. So I'll have advantage on shots now.
Okay.
Yes. And just firing off with my bow each time with advantage. This is great.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Good thing you had
23 to hit
advantage.
with the first one.
That hits.
And then for
I
the
thought-
second one,
Not the 12 was the total.
15 to hit for the second
that
one,
second
which
one does not
misses.
hit. Yes, that misses. The arrow goes flying for the second hit.
So that'll be another 9 damage.
Okay.
I'm doing great, guys.
Yep. You're doing better than average for a ranger. So don't worry, we never expect much of the class until late game. Anything else you'd like to do, Nick?
Well, my Drake didn't have to dash. How many in he was what?
He was
30
40 feet
from the
He was 40 feet from the creature.
Okay. Well then it'll use its action to bite it, I guess.
Okay.
Okay,
it
this
used
would be-
the help action, which is an action.
Oh wait,
Yes.
that's
help
right.
action
Never mind.
is an action.
It'll just sit there then.
Okay. No issues. All right, Sarah, you're up.
Okay. She will. She's not certain how great Sigrun is. She knows that Sigrun took some damage,
Mhm.
but she's also raging, so she is going to yell, "Sigrun, drink a potion,"
Okay.
and then attack twice with her lightning
Okay.
gauntlets.
Hell yeah.
All right.
We're gonna make this thing fear lightning.
Fucking
1
get him.
second. God, why am I keep getting all caps?
I don't
That
know.
one, not confirmed.
Okay. The 8 does not hit.
Yeah.
Sadly.
9 does
That
not hit.
Does not hit.
I will confirm you're getting closer. Keep it up. Another 9 more points and you'll hit.
Yeah. Another like
7
9 rounds or
Yeah, if you're going up
6
1
rounds or
point
so.
each time, yeah, another 5 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all she. Oh, yeah, she's got.
That was 2
Yeah,
attempts.
because that acid will hit at the start of the Yuan-Ti's turn. So.
Okay. All right. Well, Yuan-Ti's turn is up. So go ahead and roll.
Okay, let me get back to that. We'll take.
And is that a con
That's not
save?
bad.
Or is it just continuous?
From the way I read it, let me post
Be
it
right
in
back.
chat.
Yep.
Each,
Just-
because it's doesn't say at the start of its
Oh,
other
to
turns
scrape or
that
wash it
requires
off.
a rolls.
Okay,
So
yep.
it's that it has to. It happens until it's scraped or washed off, but
Do you-
if they fail it to start with, then it just happens.
Do you know how fucked that up that is to do to a creature that has no arms?
Right? Yeah. So yeah, four more points of acid damage.
Okay. All right. It is going to go ahead. Please, Tarask, give me another D10 roll, real quick.
Got you.
Let's see what you get.
Boom. 10.
Okay. As you all watch for a second, staring at the creature, the little Z on its forehead seems to start to glow for a minute, and it gets brighter and brighter as the head starts to kind of get strangely little bumps bumping off of it. Its skin seems to start expanding in little clouds every few seconds. It then just suddenly goes completely normal, and you see the snake's eyes open up wide. And if a snake's eyes could therefore widen themselves, it would. As the creature's head just explodes all over in a rain of acid. Everyone will be taking a con save, please.
I wasn't far enough away. No.
Nope. This was a very violent explosion.
Even 70 feet away.
Fuck.
I will say 70 feet away, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Darius! Shogun! Wow.
A natural 2.
24 from
My boy is so
Sigrun.
hardy, and yet.
Nice.
And yet.
Let me grab Nyx. I'll roll for him.
Technically, the stalker has to do once or 12.
Okay, Nyx con is a 10. Okay, so good news. Everyone, but, Sigrun fails. Let me roll the damage up real quick. This is acid damage if it makes anybody feel any better.
It does not.
Oh, wait.
It does. Even though I don't have resistance.
Oh.
So that's good news is you lasted 3 rounds, so you did mitigate the damage a little bit. Everyone takes 33 points of acid damage.
I'm down. That's more than my max health. I'm down.
Shogun passes out.
Whoops.
Let me add that to
Platform
Nyx.
drop.
Yep. Well, he landed earlier, so at least he did
Oh, he
that.
did? Oh.
Wow, when the ranger has more health than you. I'll update Sigrun.
Wizard. I don't have much health.
Sigrun survives with 2 HP.
Oh, I had them at 12, unless I missed some damage.
Oh, were they at 12? Oh, well, then they are very much down.
Yeah, because they are resistant to basically everything while raging.
Oh, wait, yeah, they wouldn't have taken damage. Never mind, because they did succeed, so they're fine.
Well, this was acid though, right?
Yeah, oh, they're not
Yeah,
immune. Never
yeah.
mind.
Yeah, it just resistant, so half
So,
damage.
15, that'd be 16, so yeah, either way, they're down.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
they're still up, but Sigrun's not doing good. So
Okay. All right. You are out of combat. For those who are magic casters and still standing,
actually, 1 second.
okay.
Sorry, I
you're
remembered
fine.
that. Yeah, Sigrun has Stone's Endurance, so add 9 to the damage. Or sorry, basically heal back 9 points because they'll use the Stone's Endurance to reduce that damage.
Okay, so they would be, so if that would have been 16, minus
Oh.
9 is 7, so 7,
Add 9 because
What did I
they
miss?
Yes.
they mitigated 9 damage.
yeah,
so
that's what I was doing. So
oh,
16
yeah.
minus 9 is 7, so they are at, from 12, they would be down to
5.
5, thank you.
up 9 points.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
They mitigated damage, not take extra.
yes, I got that, yeah, you're good.
Do I need to roll
Yeah,
a con
one-
save for the
no,
Drake?
you're good, I updated your HP when you want to refresh it, you're like on 2 HP. You did survive more than Shogun.
I'm on 13.
Yep. Alright.
I was asking if I needed to do something for the Drake.
No. The Drake disappears outright.
Oh, it's gone.
Yep. You can resummon it.
I know.
Yeah, it's
The
gone.
same Drake
It took
each
a
time
big
he's
brunt.
KO'd.
Yeah. So, as you launch, watch as this thing explodes. For those who understand magic and are still conscious, you would have recognized that as a signature spell of a very evil wizard known as Plipliz, and that is called Vorpal Mine. It had a delayed effect, and had been driving that Yuan-Ti nuts from the magic being stuck on its forehead. And as you all exit combat, as you all exit combat, the body has exploded. What would you all like to do?
Can I gather up some of the scales?
Yeah, but they're the size of a small car.
I look at him. Shogun, is he conscious?
No.
No.
Shogun
No,
is
get Shogun
burning.
up
He is
first.
not doing too well. Like he is breathing. He's barely breathing.
I can't do anything to help.
I'm-
Is there
I'm
still a
gonna run
potion
over to
left over?
Shogun and just try to fucking stabilize him with
Okay.
medicine check.
Roll medicine.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay.
So you can take advantage.
So I think
Gotcha.
Shogun's the only one who went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing I had advantage
Whew.
and not.
21. You are stabilized, Shogun. You are at 1 HP but unconscious. All right. As you all kind of stand around seeing this very dead corpse, as you get a better look at this Yuan-Ti, its flesh inside, after its skull had exploded, was definitely starting to turn green. It looked like the creature was rotting from the inside.
Knowing that it's acid, but also knowing that I'm pretty fucking hardy, I'm gonna wait for some of the blood to drain through the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a few minutes, and then I'm gonna start trying to precision cut through as best I can to find the heart.
Okay. Give me a nature check to see if you would know where the heart is on this creature.
Ooh, I have advantage on those. And it's also a good thing.
Man, your rolls tonight.
Super increase.
Yeah, you have no idea where the heart in this creature is. It's going to take you about a few hours of cutting through this creature to
Alright.
find it.
I'm fine with that.
I mean,
Y'all
you
can
will
take
find
a
it.
rest. I'm doing pretty good on hit points.
Okay.
I'm hurting, so I guess we're gonna set up camp here near the carcass.
Besides the smell, I mean, Shogun's still unconscious, so...
Yeah, none of us except for Sigrun can actually lift up his bag.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Wait, whose bag?
Shogun's.
Well,
Okay.
Shogun got stabilized though, didn't?
Yes, he is at 1 HP, but
Okay.
he is unconscious.
How
Okay,
heavy is
perfect.
his bag?
Shogun, how much weight are you carrying?
149.25 pounds.
Oh, I can carry that if you need me to.
I mean, you could also put a tent over him.
What?
Shogun's
Yes.
a pack. Touches things.
Seagrin can easily carry that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just gonna make a makeshift tent over. I'm using my bedroll and rope and
Okay.
some sticks.
Alright, as Shogun is bedded down by not his choice, but at least his stuff is left alone. Nick and Sarah, what do you... Well, let's start with Nick. What do you plan to do during this time?
Well, I'm just gonna try and rest because at this point I'm out of spells. I don't have my defender, so I'm just sitting with the egg
Okay. Alright.
and just like, okay, keep this warm. I wrap around it and just sort of there.
Okay. And then Sarah, what about you?
Sarah's going to. 'Cause it seems like we're resting, so assuming she's gonna try at least a short rest. Gonna sit down, but she is actually just going to sit, and doesn't really seem to be doing much. Essentially, she is working on attuning to this mask.
Okay. Alright. And then, what is Sigrun going to be doing? If anything.
Yeah, Screwn will probably just sit near Sarah. Maybe occasionally as Terias is trying to cut through things, might get curious and do the Sigrun, try to look to see what's going on, and then like walk back and see what Sarah's doing, and probably
Like-
sit down again.
Like the lost child and impatient being they are.
Kinda.
Okay. Alright, so for everyone else, you will all eventually get a long rest. Terias, it's gonna take you about 4 hours, so you can take a short rest. But you do eventually find the heart, and it is shriveled to the size of your fist.
All right.
Nice.
I'm and the rest of the time that they're sleeping, I'm going to. I'll be pretty much just taking watch.
Okay.
I'll take my short rest, spend some hit dice, get some hit points back, but I'm going to be trying to contact my boy, my main man, and
Okay.
give him this heart, whatever it fucking means to him.
Okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Okay. As the party lays down to rest, starting to contemplate their next moves as everyone comes awake the next day. Well, later that night, the next night, you wake up about around 3 a.m. as a party. And that's where we're going to end today's session for both the fact that we're missing a player and I think this is a good time for everyone to take a break and think of what they want to do. I will say, you will all get your long rest, minus Terias, who will get his short rest. And you will all be able to identify your items by the next session. Just because I'd assume all of you would be doing it anyway, so there's really no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, and I'd be
Yeah.
spending the time to attune to the staff of the glutton because that seems useful to me.
Yeah, I'll say that you are able to attune to what you need to. Terias and Nick, some point tonight, I'm going to have you two come talk to me, and we're going to go through the cargo, unless you'd rather save that for next session at the very beginning, because there are some interesting items
We can
in
do
there.
it tonight. I'd rather get it done and over with so we can
Okay.
mark it down.
Alright. Okay.
Best to get it done pretty soon for me.
Only other thing that I'm
But,
gonna say I'd do probably right away is resummon Zek.
I'm gonna say that we'll do it prior to next session. We'll do it then, because it'll be easier if you've got somewhere to be, Wolf. So no issue. Thank you
I
all.
just got somewhere to be in like 30.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, we'll do it after the session then. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm gonna run this and then I'll explain the results of it at the beginning of next session, just because we want to let the party kind of argue and figure their stuff out before next session rather than during session. But thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you next week, hopefully with the group and no COVID counts. So thank you all, and have a great night.